Okay, so we're doing math here on this board here, and we have the equation y equals 2x plus 1. Pretty simple line, and you see some points right out here where when x equals 0, 2 times 0 plus 1 is 1. So you have this point right here, 0, comma 1, and I'm all over the place with the marker. Let's just do that again. Okay, so 0, comma 1. And you could do all the points you want. Of course, this little arrow and this little arrow means that line goes on forever. Pretty simple, I think. Now, let's look over to the same exact line, only I've now given it a domain, or what's like an interval. I want it between 0 and 2. I don't want all that other stuff that comes after here, and I don't want all the other stuff that comes after here. So in a sense, what the domain is saying between 0 and 2 is, and I'm going to draw some kind of dotted lines here, is basically saying I only want to see the line between here and here. All the rest of the line I don't care about. So I'm just going to totally erase it. So that's really what they're asking for, is the domain. You can almost draw these dotted vertical lines, and all you need is that little section of the line. If I were to go back over to the original graph over here and I drew those same dotted lines, if I wanted to see it from 0 to 2, I'm going to draw those dotted lines in there. And that's x equals 0 and 2. And I see that the only part of the line left in between there is this, and all the rest I would literally erase, because that's all I need. And presumably that would be the little piece of the flower, and there will be other little lines like that as well. One other thing to consider is that just because if I start here and I want to do a slope of 2, sure, I would go up 2 and over 1 and I would get to my next point. Up 2 over 1 and get to my next point. But don't think that there aren't points all the way along in here. And it's some other smaller version of that slope. And when I say smaller, I just mean instead of doing the slope of 2 over 1, that is also equivalent to 1 over a half. It's also equivalent to a half over a fourth. All of those fractions are equal. They just allow it to go in smaller increments. Okay, I think that's all I got for now. I hope this helps.